Um, Hello, everybody. Um, this is a presentation about the role of technology in the learning process. There are five categories of distance learning education. The first and the most important one is learning management system that is used for in schools for teachers and students. The second one, collaboration tools, productivity tools, digital simulations, and assistive technology. For digital simulations is using for education too, but I will show you how learning management system is mostly used for distance learning education. So here, why learning management system? Learning management system is a software application that used for delivering course materials, assigning quizzes, tracking students' progress, providing feedback, and share announcements, and finally posting grades for students. So, as you see in this picture here on the right of the slide, you see that the LMS have many applications here. So, like students have access to online materials. Parent and teacher can have interaction with each other. Students can have group activities to cooperate and work to each other and share their materials. So LMS is a system that is very useful for distance learning. And finally, students can track their progress by using this application. Challenges of distance learning. We know that these days, especially from the start of pandemic, many students have had to work with distance learning and education from in-person converted totally to distance learning. But there were many challenges in this type of education system. The first challenge could be unclear and delayed communication. It means that the teacher and students have do not have clear communication, and sometimes sending feedback to students or giving them a proper reply or on time reply takes time for teachers. So the students cannot get immediate feedback from the teacher. And the second challenge is time management. We know that because many students probably did not have access to the technology, or they were not familiar with using the technology, so they didn't do their assignments or their work on time. And the third challenge is slow rate feedback from instructor. For example, because the communication between teacher and students is with just online and using web, so students cannot understand the teacher meaning or the instruction very clearly. But what is the role of teachers in distance learning? Teachers should make sure that the students are abiding by learning management system or LMS, because that is the first That is the first condition, or that students for using the LMS should be familiar. But we know that students in this decade are more familiar with using the technology, and they are sometimes we can tell them that they are master. Teachers and students must have constant interaction with each other, and teachers should give them immediate feedback about their work. Means that they should correct them, get them a feedback on their work, and positive or sometimes giving more instruction and explanation to students. And teachers should make sure that the learning materials are easy and accessible to students. They should not use complex or confusing pathways that students cannot easily access to the resources they need to their work. And the technology should be used to maximize the learning experience by students. It means that teachers can use different medias, videos, slides, flashcards, or many options that technology present today, and teacher can use them for learning objectives. How about the role of the students? So students are in distance learning are self-responsible on task. It means that they do follow the instruction and deliver or turn in their assignments and their work and study their assignments based off the assigned time in a specific period of time. So, because they are not contacted to other classmates or friends, they would try to be individualistic learning, and they evaluate and follow their performance on the LMS. So LMS, or learning management system, gives students condition or provide them an environment that they are able to see their work and follow the progression. I mean, time management. Everything is done in a assigned time by the teacher. Means that students should not do their work after past due date. Having effective interaction with teacher if they have questions about their course, about the requirements or the resources that they need to work on their course. The teachers and counselors are available for students to be contacted and have interaction with them. So they could send email, or sometimes they can ask them to have an online meeting and to solve their problems. Even students in distance learning could have the possibility to interact with other classmates for doing their tasks. Sometimes there is a blackboard, there is an option in the LMS that students can send email or send their messages about their work or about their task. And that is the area or the option that is given to students to have connection. So, what is the appropriate technology for early childhood classroom? We know that these days children are very familiar with using technology, and but the technology for early childhood classroom should focus on vital skills and concepts. So they are usually rich in media, pictures. Technology for children give them options to paint, cut, build, and have creations. Can They can keep track of their work. The technology could incite the children creativity and document student learning and provide extra support. So it means that by showing children more videos, slides, pictures, and that are very enriched, this type of technology could help children in early, classrooms like this for the first kindergarten, first or second graders are very appropriate. How about the technology for middle school and high school classrooms? So, high school and middle school classroom or students needs to be more engaged and have collaboration to each other. So they could share or store their information on projects. The technology should give them the chance for having more collaboration, more engagement, using more resources and information, having more connection with teachers and even the experts, not even in their schools, but in other schools for with the other students around the world, especially when we could experience this using of applying of technology in pandemic. It was very sensible. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using technology in learning? We know that using technology is very exciting. Is excite. I mean that it's excitement for students to learn, but in some cases could be distract them. For example, as a teacher, I have seen students in the class when they have their computers to use, for example, to do their work and join to Google Classroom or for doing their assignments, but having their phones at the same time could distract them. You using technology in learning could prepare children for their future because we know that in the future everything, especially the education, is in the area of digital world. But on the other hand, it could limit students and the opportunities for them to be socialized and have interaction with other classmates, with other people. Uh, Technology encourages spontaneous learning, but sometimes because gives them, I mean, a lot of information. It could ban students from having more creativity. What are the instructional strategies when using web and internet? So, schools should have the policy for using the IT facilities and then get the students to sign them. The policy or the procedure, they should be students should be trained about the online privacy. Schools, most of the schools these days have the reporting, cyberbullying reporting system, and ask the parents and teachers, other students to follow through on any report. And that is the focal, I mean, that teach, that is the responsibility of the schools faculty that follow any report as soon as possible and take care of it, them. Teachers should update themselves on using the technology and new applications because many students and children do like to refer to their classmates or friends and talk about the cyberbullying and the everything that happens in the social media and in the web or internet, but because they think that their teachers are not very familiar in this landscape, and probably they think that my parents or my teachers are not familiar with this application. They don't know what's happened in the digital world. They don't know what's happened in the, for example, Instagram or my account or my friends cyberbullied me or what's happened to my friends. So students should be monitored because monitoring is an early detection and prevention of dangerous behavior in situations such as cyberbullying. And we know that cyberbullying in the digital world causes many depressions and in some severe cases even cause suicide. And by monitoring the student, any inappropriate relationships of students in social media can be detected very early. And in some dangerous cases like child predation or other types of abuse or violence could be prevented. So teach how teachers could learn netiquettes. Netiquettes is made of two words, net plus etiquette. Etiquette, it means that refers to the rule of etiquettes that apply to online communication. So teachers instruct their students what information they should not share about their something that about their private, for example, about their families or something that is very private. They should not share with other people, strangers, their classmates, or whoever that they're not trustable. So they should not open every email they get. Many emails these days are scams, and they should be very careful about the scam emails. And what is the basic rule for sharing photos? They should be very careful about sharing their private pictures, family pictures, or whatever they have with their friends. And the about the password privacy, they should not give their password of their social media or emails to other friends, and parents should have the access to their accounts. Encouragement to encourage students to tell a trusted adult about what's happened for them in the social media. So because if they trust an adult person, so early detection could prevent further dangerous events or cyberbullying for children. So this is the end of my presentation, and thank you so much to Dr. Villanueva. Have a good day.